public is because me and Kaylin tried to work things out. We tried to see if the feelings rekindled or our feelings came back, because we don't want to make things public and then like a month later we're like, oh, we're back together. Like, we want it to be 100% certain. So what you guys are gonna watch will go. I just hope you guys respect our decision, and here is the video. Kaylin and I are no longer together, and I know it might shock a lot of people because Kaylin's like a huge part of my life. Some people don't even know this, but me and Kaylin were together like an on and off type relationship like in the past, but for the past few years like we've been together. We made it public on Valentine's Day of 2020, and to be honest, having a public relationship is very hard.
Having people criticize your guys' every move is crazy. Never thought things like that would like get to me, you know? So me and Brian will always be good friends, you know?
Don't do this. Come closer, come closer. Probably one of the hardest videos that me and you have ever had to make.
Like I said, me and Brian will always be friends. I have a lot of love for him. There's no ill feelings, nothing happened. Neither of us cheated. Like, it's because, think about it, me and Brian have been through all kinds of stuff together, and at the end of the day, that doesn't disappear, that doesn't go away. So we both still care for each other a lot. I know a lot of you guys might be shocked, a lot of you guys might be hurt, a lot of you guys might be sad. The thing, like, it's so stressful and it's very nerve-wracking to announce something like this, because people will just automatically start assuming, they'll start pinning the blame on someone. Like, there's absolutely zero blame for any of this. Like, no, there's none.
Sometimes
things just don't work out. It doesn't mean that we're not supposed to be in each other's lives. It doesn't mean that, like, you know, we hate each other. Like, nothing like that. Just sometimes people are put in your life for different reasons. So
the one thing I want to ask from you guys is to please just always like to assume.
Yeah.
I think just there's no other way of saying that it just didn't work out.
Yeah, basically. So like there should be no hate towards Brian, and there should be no hate towards me, because we've done nothing but love each other and help each other and do everything we can for one.
I don't know how Kaylin feels. I would love to still be friends with you. Do you still want to be friends?
Of course.
A little hug?
Yeah.
Okay. Kaylin, you're the best. Thank you for the past 5 years of my life. Like, you've literally turned me into the man I am. Why don't you ever call her babe? Why don't you ever do this? And that was one comment that always bothered me, because I'm like, we don't like showing that on camera. And that just ties back to when we said like making the relationship public was one of the biggest mistakes, because people expected so much from us, and it's just a personal thing. We didn't like to show it on camera that much. Like, obviously we would throw in like a I love you and like a kiss here and there, but we don't want to be like, babe, oh my god, babe, you're so freaking hot, oh my god. Oh, like we said, we don't like that on that stuff all off camera. And that's what, like, I feel like people would say, yes, Lola, I love you too, I love you too. Mine and Kaylin's relationship was not one-sided. We did things for each other very equally, and I just hope people understand that.
Yeah, I think also like a big part of it is
100% legitimate relationship. Like, I wouldn't keep someone around if it wasn't real. We tried and tried and tried, and we just came to a realization that we think it's just better off if we're friends. And some of you guys might be wondering what's gonna happen with this little girl right there. You guys, like, it might be weird to you guys because the video right before this was us doing like a fake proposal, and you guys are probably like, how did this happen the very next day? Like, nothing happened overnight. This was all just like over time, but we didn't know much more to it. I really hope you guys can respect our decision and continue to support the both of us. You know, like, just because Kaylin's not my girlfriend anymore doesn't mean you guys shouldn't show her love and support her still, because once again, she's an amazing girl, and us being in a relationship, I know you guys loved seeing us together. And again, I mean, who knows, Kaylin could still be a part of the videos if she's comfortable doing so.
Who knows, I might even just like become a personal assistant, because me and Brian worked well together. I know the ins and outs of this whole like YouTube situation.
True, you know, like, I still want your energy around, but in a friendly way.
In a friendly way.
In a friendly manner. Kaylin, I love you, and you can love me back, or probably not anymore. Like, what happens? Like, I don't know. This is like, guys, this is legitimately like relationships, and I haven't been in many breakups, so I don't know how to like deal with this. I don't know how I'm gonna feel tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna feel in a week, in a month. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I just don't know how I'm supposed to feel. You
never know where life is gonna take you.
You actually will get married in the future. I don't I'm sorry. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys so much. This is a very sad way to end a video, man. I'll see you guys with the next how do I end it? I can only cope with this by joking around. See you guys in my next video. Love you all.
Hi. I literally have not played drums since the last time I filmed. I don't know. I'll let you know when I learn more. But for now, we're just gonna get the same 3 or 4 drums and complaining about things. It's 8 in the morning. The first thing I have to do is make coffee. Actually, no, the first thing I have to do is feed the cats because they're literally whining at me and getting angry. Ew! I just spilled cat food juice all over my counter, but they're eating. So, first step is making coffee, of course. I've been trying to drink matcha and coffee throughout the day because if I drink too much coffee in a day, I think it hurts my... I see how that goes. It's pretty fucking good. Let's sit outside and chat. I've been recently really liking sitting outside with my coffee in my mornings. In the mornings, if it like works out, like if it's not too cold. For a shoot, I'm doing a pretty quick shoot today. It's a video shoot for a brand that I love working with. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say what brand it is. It's for Levi's. It's for Levi's. Okay, I'm gonna say it. If they get mad at me, Levi's at the time. So I'm doing a little video shoot for Levi's, very short, literally 2 hours. That's about it. I mean, like, okay, so the thing is, it's so funny to me. It's like when YouTubers or influencers in general, like talk about quote unquote work, I feel like it's just bad vibes. There's something work that's just like, it just seems out of touch. I can't put a finger on it. I recently have been having a lot of stomach problems, IBS related. If you don't know what IBS is, it's irritable bowel syndrome. Basically means your stomach's just super sensitive. Breakfast later, like it's just my schedule, but I'm fucking up my stomach in the process. It's a no good. Let me tell you the truth about having stomach issues, okay? Because I've been dealing with this a lot lately and I feel like I haven't talked about it because nobody fucking dish. It was a buffalo cauliflower dish. And it was my favorite food. And every day I was like in social settings, like clenching my ass cheeks. And I know it's disgusting. Okay, whatever. Like, shut the fuck up. You fart too, bitch. I've never been so sad. Good. In theory, continue eating this cauliflower dish every day like I was and just have this excruciating, crippling gas. Or I could just stop eating it and find something else to enjoy. But like, seriously, talk about a heartbreaking moment. But I did see a TikTok. I felt understood. You guys don't understand how bad this gas was. I can't. Okay, I'm really TMIing now. Like, I've been filming for 20 minutes. Like, I need to move on. This morning for breakfast, I just fart where you're like doubled over in pain like this. There's a difference. That was a harmless fart. Like that didn't hurt me and that's not gonna hurt anybody else. What's for breakfast this morning? You know those things called like egg bites? They're like little muffins that look like they're like made out of eggs. I kept seeing those on menus. A few tries, but I got a pretty good recipe down. I basically make them ahead of time and then I just warm them up in the fucking toaster oven and it's easy. Oh my God, what was that? There they go. And then what I eat them with, spicy hummus, skinless seasoning salt. BRB, let me be an influencer real quick. This vegan chickenless seasoning salt, it's fucking great. My cute little egg muffins. It's my cute little egg muffins. Literally give this video a thumbs up if you want the recipe. They're fire. Actually, are they really that good? I think they're just convenient. I don't actually know. I mean, no, they're good. Like, they're good. But, no, they're good. The most thumbs up out of every video on YouTube. I'm not gonna show you the recipe. I'm not. Sorry. So you guys better give it a smash that thumbs up right now. You guys seriously better, because if you don't, you're not getting the recipe. I just had to think about what I was going to do until my call started. I think I'm gonna read. I am now reading The Grapes of Wrath. This is my 3rd book that I've read since the beginning of my reading journey. And time for my call. Hashtag business. I'm waiting for them to call me. Oh, time to get dressed. I look... I always get comments of people being like, Emma, can you cut the burps out of the video? You gotta either accept all of me or kick me to the curb because I am who I am, baby. Anyway, let me change. I'm changing once I get there, but this is just good enough for now. I need to pack a little bag of my things. Maybe this one. Here's a haul of everything I'm bringing to my shoot. We have my car key, camera battery, ooh, my phone, my dental hygiene, because I don't prioritize brushing my teeth as much as I used to. Like, don't get me wrong, I brush twice a day, but like, I used to brush the second I wake up. Now I brush my teeth at like noon. And sometimes I don't even do it at all if I'm by myself and I forget. Listen, I'm just, fuck, it's hot. So we're gonna go grab a matcha. Why is it not loading? On our way. I really hope, I think I brushed my teeth. Terrible. There's something nice about carrying around a drink. What can I say? Like, they add up. It's an expensive hobby, but I do enjoy it. Let's see if it's ready. It's ready. BRB. Got it. Okay, so it's 11:30 and I don't have to be there till noon. Like, what do I do? I don't like being early because I just don't. Like, I'd rather spend time like by myself instead of like being early somewhere. So I might just sit here for a sec. Okay, why is this girl staring at me like as if she isn't walking around in West Hollywood anymore? Should I do a what's in my center console of my car haul? Yes, I'm gonna do that. You don't know what the center console is. It's like the thing in between the two seats. Reusable spoon, love you. Copious amounts of hot sauce, a hair tie, orange Tic Tacs, the best flavor of Tic Tacs. Love tampon, lip balm, some soy sauce and a rubber band. No way. Remember? Wait, I actually fuck with this. That's it. That was my center console haul. I've killed enough time. I hope you guys enjoyed my my center console haul. Like, I really hope you enjoyed it. Like, I know you guys probably did, because there's like some seriously riveting stuff in there, but I'll see you guys when I get to the shoot. So yeah. I'm getting my makeup and hair and nails done. I feel like a princess today. God bless you all. Oh God, I thought my phone was gonna fall off my lap. Bye. I'm ready. I can't show anything else, which is like, oh, Emma, best vlogger ever. Possibly can, because I want to feel like I have long hair again. See ya. I'm done. Time to go get lunch. We're gonna go to my favorite grocery store, Erewhon. I can't believe I've never filmed me at Erewhon. It's like the LA grocery store. I've never filmed it before, so we're gonna go together. Because I am very hungry. So let me explain Erewhon to you. Basically, Erewhon is like a grocery store that's just like extreme. It's hard to explain. I will show you so that you can kind of understand. But in LA, it's extremely overpriced. People love it. I have a lot of adrenaline right now because sometimes when I do shoots, I like leave and I just like feel like, I feel crazy. Because I just like, you know, did something that was kind of nerve-wracking, and then all of a sudden I'm like talking a million miles an hour and forever. It's kind of giving me an attitude. I'm serious. I can't make this stuff up. Like, for the rest of the day, I'm about to be a raging bitch. I'm also hangry. Like, I am hangry. And I don't want to be mean, but I didn't ask what they wanted or give them the time of day, and I immediately drove away. And it kind of killed my vibe. While I was in Erewhon, I saw my old beloved, the vegan buffalo cauliflower. It hurts me every time I myself and be like, Emma, it's time to do your fucking chores, you stupid little stubborn bitch. We're home. So we're making a little yogurt, vegan yogurt. This is my favorite one. God, I'm such an influencer today. I feel like I just keep being like, this is my favorite one. Like, Emma, shut. Okay, that actually worked out. Maybe. Let's find out. Can I do it again on the other side? Okay, honestly, not bad. Things are working. It looks really bad in the camera. That's embarrassing. Okay, we might be fucking things up a little bit. Not to mention, I'm like, ow, guys. Okay, the lighting's fucking weird. Hold on. I mean, honestly, I'm literally using my fucking phone. My eyes are like still done. Okay, I'm happy with it. Does it look good? I literally don't care. Time to pick out an outfit. Now this is when things are gonna get messy. Purse. So I need to wear pants that have pockets. So that's first step. I'm kind of leaning towards jeans, honestly. Like, I'm just feeling like it's a jean night for me, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm making a mess. Check. One of these will do. I'm really determined to wear this top because I feel like it'd be cute. Okay, I feel like that's a good start to the outfit, so let's try it on. Okay, I'm ready. I have my lipsticks and I'm putting them in my pocket. I actually have 10 minutes to spare too. Very much. And you guys are my besties, and that's for real. And here's your forehead kiss. I hope you're having an amazing week. If you're not, I get it, and I've been there. We get through it. We're tough as humans. We're tough. Look at me. Sad.
If you guys want to know the real reason why I've been gone, it's because I've been depressed. I'm just kidding. That's what I would have said 4 months ago when I was depressed, but things in my life have changed recently. But no, not in a bad way, just a type of way. Yes, sissies, you heard that right. I have my very own boyfriend. Some of y'all might have seen when I posted on Twitter and TikTok that yes, I do have a new boyfriend and he is quite amazing. Well, he was quite amazing, but he's actually not my boyfriend anymore. It's kind of good. Okay, so today I'm going to get tattoos. And this is a scary subject because last time I got tattoos, I almost cried because I was scared that I didn't like them. And now I'm getting more, so I don't really know. So I never really showed you guys the tattoos like fully and like elaborated. So these are them. Amazing and great. And I have tattoos on my hands now. I don't really like getting tattoos on my body. I don't plan on really doing that, but I thought I want tattoos done. Today's my big day! Buy it as my wedding gift. If you're happy for me. Just kidding, that's so manipulative. When YouTubers are like, buy my merch so I can like pay rent. I'm like, okay, then starve. Okay, what am I doing? So, besties, happiness, and people who I love are you guys. Why is this empty? Die. So let's talk more about me. You guys are probably wondering, Antonio Garza on YouTube, why are you getting married at 18 years old? Like a piece of paper. I'm the kind of person where I just want to keep my relationship off the internet, you know? I didn't want to like show off too much of anything before I knew that he was the one. And, you know, of course I know that now because I'm getting married. You know, for 3 or 4 months, 2 or 3 months. Okay, a month. It's a quick process, you know? It's like, and there's a lot to take in, and you know, your life is moving so fast. Sissies! It's the sissy wedding day. I used to be a Dr. Phil stan, but I recently learned that he exploits people, and I don't like that. So Dr. Phil, you better eat my bungus. Wait, no, I'm married. I shouldn't say that. Guys, this in a YouTube video or not? I don't think so. I think in my last video I said about how he had a health scare. Yeah, well, that health scare turned into him dying. So that was sad.
She also talked me into picking out this outfit today.
I'm also getting married, so, you know, you know,
I don't really know where to go with this.
Okay, there's a ghost in my... Finish my eyeshadow, so let's do that. Okay, back. I also want to recognize that I'm actually very nervous for the wedding now. Like, I wasn't nervous before, but now I'm nervous. It's like, so someone said, if you could tell your younger self something, what would it be? Probably don't be such a raging whore. Imagine getting married and looking like this ugly. Okay. Someone else says, what's it like behind the camera? And this is a good question. Makeup is done, I think. Here's the before of the makeup, and let's go to after.
More for you. Nothing prepared me for worse. How you curl your lip when you concentrate enough. Well, I would've known what I've been living for.
Until we all
get to meet him.
Come on. He's shy. Hi, can I get a 3-finger combo with a Diet Coke?
Kristen's case, I also have an update on Jessica Easterly's case, which I literally just covered last week, and we've already had some movement, which is incredible. After so many of you guys signed the petition last week and then emailed, which eventually those got blocked, and also called that they liked the video and that it was helpful, and that meant a lot to me. Her family has been through so much with this case. If you haven't heard about it yet, you're gonna be blown away by everything that they've had to deal with. And there are also a bunch of people, there's so much new information. A lot of new information actually is from this podcast that has been re-reported. This podcast had a huge part in what's happened recently. I will explain more. So I just want to give them a shout out and say definitely go check it out. Stop her at all. She really loved to be active, especially anything that involved water. She loved to swim, surf. She loved the ocean. She also played soccer, and she was also involved in school plays, which was something she enjoyed as well. Eventually, when she was old enough, she talked to her, but there was gonna be some separation. She was really gonna be moving on into the adult world. Kristin had also taken some courses at the local community college to get into a better 4-year program, and eventually she was accepted into UC Santa Barbara. But she had already accepted, and of course the campus police decides to interview Paul, and they do this several times. And he claimed that he ended up at the party randomly, that night he was just drinking some beers and then decided to walk over to his sister's place, but he saw this house party on the way and changed his plans. The police asked, you are already putting together a picture for what has happened here. Now, to add to this picture, Paul has a history of violence and inappropriate behavior with women over pretty much his whole life. When he was in 8th grade, helicopters, cadaver dogs, all things that would have been really helpful to have when she first went missing.
In the meantime, until the mystery is solved, Roxy's classmates say they will not take their safety for granted.
I don't know, it really makes me cautious about walking around.
And she was very puzzled by that.
And the week after Kristin disappeared, Susan actually told her that she was really annoyed with Ruben because he had to take this late night phone call on Memorial Weekend, and then he just left. Just cite the 5th Amendment after every question, every single question.
What is your present residence address?
On the advice of my attorney, I refuse to answer that question based on the 5th Amendment of the United States Constitution.
Are you under?
After they had first moved in to Susan's house, they started hearing a weird sound every morning around 4:20 a.m. They would hear the sound of a watch alarm going off. One night when Mary's mother was staying over, and over time, eventually the beeping stopped. Mary thought it definitely was a watch. It really sounded like a watch, so she figured the battery must have just died. And she thought it was a really strange time to set an alarm for. I mean, 4:20 is pretty early, but Kristin and then his parents quickly brought him into the house. At one point, Susan was actually arrested for tackling him outside of her house. And according to Dennis, she actually said, yes, Paul killed Kristin, and he also killed that Modafferi girl.
I violated the restraining order. He went to jail, and like I said, he was their henchman.
But joke's on her, because with this new lawsuit came new opportunity to dig up more info about the case. The Flores family's property could be searched to prove that Dennis had a reason for being out there. And luckily, the lawyers were able to negotiate the terms of the search without the police department being involved. So in March of 2007, a prominent ground penetrating radar expert was brought in to search their property, Ruben Flores, at each of their homes. And this was super exciting to see this finally happen after all this time. Paul was charged with first-degree murder and held without bail, finally. Now, investigators have come forward and said that they believe that Paul...
She really picking that? Plaque does the same thing and turns into calculus. That's what we want you to...
It doesn't even fit in the motherboard that it's supposed to. I mean, you did everything right. You knew the secondhand back alley deal from Craigslist Joe was a bad idea and you bought it from a reputable store, only to get the wrong 3600 that they bought from Best Buy is so fake that installing it would damage your system. But how bad could it really be? To find out, we contacted Merzus and actually bought wasting your bandwidth during your meeting and blocked them. Get 25% off today using code Linus at the link below. Good then, right? Well, no. It appears that Merzus may have fallen victim to a scam that has been around as long as I've been making videos. Back in 2010, I actually covered a similar incident where a Newegg customer received a piece of plaster with a picture of a CPU fan glued to it, along with a picture of a CPU. So the idea here then is pretty simple. The thief somehow gets access to an individual box or even a full cart, and I mean, this is a real enough looking CPU, isn't it? I mean, how bad could it be? To find out, we must look closelier. For starters, the culprit appears to have left a fingerprint on the bottom of the pre-applied thermal compound. But we don't have a forensic lab, so that's not gonna do us a whole lot of good. Let's take a closer look at the real Ryzen 5 3600. And if you look, you'll notice that our fake one actually doesn't have nearly as many pins on the bottom of it. Not only that, but there's some little gaps in the pins. See that? They are in complete spaces. These scammers clearly don't pay as much attention to the fine details as we do in our merch, like this CPU shirt at lttstore.com. But taking a closer look at our Imposter 3600, well, what is it then? Some of you might recognize the old AMD processor, just an older one. So what exactly is it then? Does it even work? To find out, we dusted off our old Crosshair 5 Formula motherboard and some DDR3 memory and threw on an RB, right? Oh, that heatsink won't work, that's AM4. Thermal compound on here. This is our $200 CPU. Don't want to damage it, anything like that. Ooh, not a great sign for your CPU actually working. Ah, shaved the finger hairs off. This is not what we were expecting to happen. Actually, we don't have the heatsink attached. It turned on. Hold on, I want to get... Okay, I pulled a classic troubleshooting step. When you're having an issue, reseat it a few times, because what that can do is it can actually scratch some of any corrosion or oxidation off of the surface of the contacts, and it can make it so they'll make better, a whole bunch of times, and oh wow, oh, what a deal, what a bargain. We got us an Athlon 2 X2 B22 CPU, an 11-year-old processor. I mean, this thing, Cinebench. Let's find out how many, oh wow. Oh, did you see that? Now, Windows 10 search is a steaming pile of garbage, but that was Cinebench R20 on here. Oh, that's not gonna be a good experience. I mean, that was just opening a folder. Is this an SSD? This is an SSD. This is a Crucial BX. I mean, it's not a fast SSD, but not only is this a very old CPU, but look at these temps. We are running at 88 degrees with a TJ Max of 90. This thing is probably thermal throttling. Never mind probably, we can see it dropping down to 800 megahertz here from time to time. Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. That takes about half an hour to complete, so I won't be sitting here staring at it. The score is 162. We ran this beforehand. And to put that in context, the Cinebench database has a Ryzen 7 17, maybe 1/20th of the performance that we should have gotten. If we're lucky, let's play some video games. CS GO! Or like CS wait. CS GO actually puts additional load on the CPU. Sorry, poor CPU. Now, if all I was trying to do was like, you know, use Microsoft Office or whatever, totally fine. But I would expect for the entire computer and like monitor, not just the CPU. That's the problem. Oh boy. Well, I don't know if runs is the right word. It's more of a jogging-like experience. Athlon 2 hacks. I think it's time to stop. And you, whoever you are switching CPUs out, shame on you. It's time for you to stop. But you won't stop, will you? Multiple anecdotes of people receiving the incorrect CPU with the heat spreader swapped so it looks like the right one, just like this. And let's show you guys how this scam works. First, you need to obtain an old crappy CPU. We're using this one from Der Bauer. Well, I guess you don't really need a delidding tool, it just makes it easier. If you have a razor blade or a vise and a lot of patience, you can remove your IHS that way. IHS is short for heat spreader. Whatever the last thing in the frame buffer was, it's still outputting it. This has no CPU in it, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, now I'm... Doesn't reach because it doesn't go over the thing. Anyway, the point is, I'm just gonna try and do this by...
We have a vice right there. What are you doing?
I'm doing it the manly way.
If only you had a vice.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, you know what? There's a vice here. See you later. Okay. Ryzen CPUs. Yeah. To their credit though, they did go and put some admittedly very crappy, dry, flaky thermal compound on this, which sort of raises the question, why go to all this work when you could just ship a hunk of plaster? Well, there are a few reasons for that. First and foremost, it's harder for a warehouse worker to identify the problem packages this way. These kinds of incidents can have devastating negative PR effects, and realistically, they're going to have to ship a working CPU to the customer eventually, so why bother putting in all this work? Beyond that, well, it's hard to say. Security in those places tends to be crazy tight, so I doubt it. A Best Buy retail employee? That's another possibility. Theft from retail workers is a significant problem. I remember this team at NCIX that worked together actually. They interact with the staff, and then after a little while, an employee who was an associate obviously, would call out a bogus ticket number, and then the customer would walk up to the counter, take a bag of hardware, and walk right out the door. I mean, everyone. And especially if that rogue employee eventually returned the thing back to the shelf, but in an altered state. What about a courier? That's possible. Couriers do have unsupervised access to packages, but they're shipped with tamper-proof tape, and they're almost always under video surveillance, as controversial as that particular issue might be. On top of that, opening someone else's mail is a federal offense in the US, and probably not worth the $200 that they stand to make here. I'd scenario is a previous customer might have bought the chip, swapped out the real one, packed it back up nicely, and returned it to Best Buy, who put it back on the shelf thinking everything looked okay. Which kind of leads us to a couple more uncomfortable possibilities. I didn't accuse him of any wrongdoing, but since we're talking about possibilities, it is technically possible that his brother was involved in this. And while we're at it, it's also possible that Merzus is in on it. If that were the case though, I don't think stunts than that, so maybe I'm just cynical, but it is possible. You know what else is possible? Telling you about our sponsor. Ting Mobile sponsored today's video and has new rates that make it easier than ever to see how much. I have that link below to get $25 in Ting service credit and to enter to win a Galaxy S21 Plus 5G. Sometimes ordering CPUs is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.